I'm sorry. I thought I turned my microphone on. I apologize. I really thought I turned my microphone on. Let me tell y'all something. This is Life Under Trump, part 131. How y'all doing today? America is a laughing stock. And it's not getting any better because every day we have a buffoon for a president sitting in the White House. And today we got the news earlier that Jeff Bezos, Amazon, we're going to be putting the tariff on the website when you go to make your purchases. Well, it seems like Jeff Bezos has bent over and taken it with no Vaseline from the old man, Donald Trump. The man that's 400 pounds sitting in the White House eating burgers all day, Donald Trump. The man that go play golf on our dime, Donald Trump. The wasteful spending person, Donald Trump. So it's been said that Jeff Bezos had put on his website, was going to put on his website how much the tariffs would be on each product that you're going to purchase. Donnie Boy got a hold of the news. Ring, ring, ring. So he calls old Jeff Bezos. And, you know, he like, man, you can't let them know I'm pimping them. Don't do that. Come on, now I'm going to look out for you on these tariffs. So, you know, we're going to work this out, Jeff. So Jeff bends on over with no Vaseline and take it from old Donnie Boy. Jeff has fallen for the banana in the tailpipe. I mean, literally. Why are so many people afraid of this old man, Donald Trump? He's old, he's overweight, he's unhealthy, he lies and says he's 224 pounds. Well, we all know Donald Trump is about 399 pounds or 425 pounds. I don't understand, y'all. Can y'all tell me in the chat, why is everybody afraid of Donald Trump? It doesn't make any sense. He lies all the time. He lies that there's 200, he has 200 deals with 200 countries. There's only 195 countries, y'all. Tell me. Yes, happy Taco Day, Lil Swan. Hello, beautiful kings and queens. How y'all doing? If you like my commentary, you can support me and donate by sending me a super chat. Or you can go in my description and you'll see my Venmo. You can send me something through Venmo. And my PayPal link is in the description as well. American is a laughing stock right now. We are so embarrassed of who in the Oval Office. How can we continue to go on like this? Also, I got good news, and I pray and I pray and I pray. I pray that this works. Articles of impeachment have been filed today from a senator, congressman, I think, out of Detroit. Congressman Green supposed to have filed. I don't know if he has or have not. But this guy, he's a Indian, one of our Brown brothers. He filed articles of impeachment on Donald Trump. And I thank you, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Please let it stick, because we got to get rid of this man by any means necessary. He got to go. I don't care how he go, but he has to go. Let me see what y'all talking about in the chat. CLH says, folks, if you are enjoying the live stream, please show it some love and give it a like. That's right. If you want to catch more of Lillie's live streams, please subscribe and make sure to ring the notification bell. Thank you so much. Thank you, King Henry. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, Victorious One. How you doing, beautiful? Thank you. Hello, King Allen. Hello, King LaSwan. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? If I don't say your name, it's nothing personal. Thank you for coming to my live. Hit that like button as you coming in. We got a lot to cover, y'all. We're going to talk about different things, just things from the news. We're going to talk about Donald Trump, how he's supposed to be getting impeached soon. Jeff Bezos letting Donald Trump punk him. That's what it is. I'm just going to speak truth. He's being punked by Donald Trump. And who could be punked by an 80-year-old man that's 399 pounds? I don't get it. I wouldn't be scared of Donald Trump. It doesn't make sense. I'm not scared of anyone. You can out crazy somebody. He crazy, but you can out crazy him. Size him up. He's predictable. Donald Trump is predictable. Every day it's something new, but we can predict he's going to do something crazy because the man is old and crusty, and more than likely he just may have dementia. But not just dementia. He comes from a gene of racism. He comes from the ugly gene of his mother and father. I'm going to clean off my screen to my iPad, and we're going to get started up in here. Just a moment, y'all. Let me clean this thing off. It gets filthy when you put your fingers all over it. I was in here eating, hey, y'all had those steak Funyuns? They have steak Funyuns now, Funyuns that taste like steak, and they were so good. That's what I was eating before I came on live. So good. Okay. One moment. Did y'all catch on TikTok Beyonce performing her first opening show for Cowboy Carter? It was so good, y'all. I can't wait to go when it come here in Atlanta. I'm excited about that. I'm just excited about all the beautiful things that's happening for my people. I'm excited. I'm gonna show y'all. This is for Trump's 100-day rally.
I've been to over 40 different Trump rallies, and his 100-day celebration is easily the most empty
Nobody's really there. Wait a minute, my phone.
Rally I have ever seen. What are they celebrating? The tariffs are inflationary. Are they celebrating Pete Hegseth's signal leaks? Are they celebrating Canada being invaded? What the hell are these people celebrating? We're at Trump's 100-day celebration rally. They wanted to get Trump 2028 flags, but the tariffs were too high. I've been to over 40 different Trump rallies, and his 100-day celebration is easily the most empty rally I have ever seen. What are they celebrating? The tariffs are inflationary. Are they celebrating Pete Hegseth's signal leaks? Are they celebrating Canada being invaded? What the hell are these people celebrating?
They're celebrating, honey, that Donald Trump has gained 25 more pounds. That is what they're celebrating, y'all. Because he hasn't been successful at anything. He hasn't made any deals since he's been in there. He's been in there signing things that Congress haven't even went over. What are they celebrating? They celebrating a buffoon. They celebrating a 34-count felon. Well, we have the great Barack Obama, the great President Joe Biden, and they celebrate a man that has 34 felonies. They have fallen so low.
In Pacific, we here at Midas Touch are going to be hosting the first ever virtual Democratic governor town hall. You can watch it on the Midas Touch YouTube channel. This has never been done in history. It is the first of its kind, and it
subscribe to Midas Touch Network. We probably will be going over a lot of things that they cover. Everything that I show you is fair use, educational, and for research purposes, okay? A lot of times I just be sitting and thinking, God, how much more us as the American people can take from this one man that only been in there, 100 days, and he has destroyed everything that the Americans built. He took away our allies. Now we all by ourselves. We don't have much food in the stores on the shelves because of Donald J. Trump. That demon has destroyed this country within 100 days. Yes, he has. One moment. Okay. The more Donald Trump lie, have y'all noticed the more he lie, the fatter he gets? Uh-huh.
A Democratic congressman from Michigan has introduced articles of impeachment against President Donald Trump. I'm Andrew Rafferty in Washington, and this is on the scene. Representative Shuri Tanadar says Trump, quote, repeatedly demonstrated that he is unfit to serve as president and represents a clear and present danger to our nation's constitution. Tenadar cites unlawful deportations, Trump's tariff policies, and Doge's dismantling of federal agencies among his evidence. But with Democrats in the minority in the House of Representatives, this effort won't go far. Trump was impeached twice in his first term, but never removed from office.
Well, God, please bless us with America that this man will be impeached and out the office. We can't take it no more. God, have mercy on us, please. We can't take it anymore.
If you don't know, some of the biggest benefactors of state contracts are white women. Let me say that one more time to you. The largest group of people, when you think of minorities who benefit from state contracts, are not people of color. They are white women who are sometimes the face of their white husband's business. So let me explain to you. If diversity, equity, and inclusion is the boogeyman, it's not because of people who come from my community. If you don't know, some of the biggest benefactors of state contracts are white women.
And I'm going to piggyback off what he just said. I told y'all before, the person that benefits the most from affirmative action, DEI, are white women. So when y'all was celebrating Donald Trump getting in office and y'all was talking about y'all gonna own slaves again and that it would, it was gonna benefit you, and y'all was laughing because you only thought all of this was gonna hurt black and brown people, and now you see it's you suffering, lost your jobs. Where's the benefit of voting for Donald Trump? Can somebody please inform me? Where's the benefit of you voting for Donald Trump? How has it improved your life? Because the vast majority of y'all, because you thought DEI meant black people. Well, white women have been, they're out of jobs. Even a vast majority of the white men, the white farmers, they have no one to work the field. And I saw something on TikTok yesterday, and I said, "Have this MF lost his mind? This white man gonna say, why black people are not coming out here working in our fields? Have you lost your motherfucking mind? We didn't get up and go to college to go work in your fields. You need to take it up with Donald Trump. He is the MF that took away your hands that worked those fields. The Mexicans that worked very hard, y'all took them away. So don't let that come out your mouth again, clear person. Because you asking for a can of whip ass. Can somebody second that in the chat?
Look, I cannot keep up with all the knee bending that's going on. Good Lord. And speaking of good Lord, it's like the Catholic Church. If you've ever gone to Catholic Church, there's a lot of standing and kneeling and standing and kneeling and genuflecting. And this is what it's like. So Amazon announced that it was going to add the price of a tariff and then the price of the good onto one of its sites. And it is their Amazon Hall, which is like a lower tier site to compete with like Temu and Shein and all of that. But they said it was never going to be on their big main site, right? So after the White House blasted them, calling it an act of a hostile political act, all of a sudden Amazon is saying, yeah, we're not going to do it. More knee bending than the freaking church on a Sunday.
And y'all, Jeff Bezos is dumb. Because for Donald Trump's inauguration, he gave him $1 billion. Then he came back and gave him more millions. I can't remember exactly what it was for, but he has spent money into Donald Trump, and this is how Donald Trump repays him. and you gonna back down, Bezos? You need to have some balls. But I forgot this new fiance you have. She took your balls. She got you to leave your good wife. And you with a ho and a Merry Christmas right now. Where's your balls, Jeff Bezos? Go get your balls. Because they rolling all over the floor like some eyeballs. Just lost.
Breaking news right now, Fox has confirmed that Donald Trump called Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, this morning to complain about the Punch Bowl story that suggested that Amazon would be showing consumers how much Trump's tariffs impact prices on the company's website. And well, then after this phone call, Amazon released that statement I highlighted earlier today, which essentially said that they were not considering doing what Punch Bowl said that they were going to do on their main storefront, but rather only on their, I believe it was like their small haul website. So based on public reporting, this is what seems to have happened. Punch Bowl releases a story calling out Amazon and what Amazon will do because of the Trump administration's tariffs. Then the White House said that this was hostile by Amazon. Amazon walks it back, and throughout the entire time behind the scenes, Trump called Bezos and personally complained, according to latest Fox reporting. And as a result, Amazon caved. Spread the word. I'll do a full breakdown on my Substack, link to my bio. So subscribe.
All Donald Trump does is complain. He complain and take. Complain and destroy. I never seen such a destructive president in my life. Reagan was horrible, but Donald Trump is beyond horrible. He's the worst of the worst.
The aim of the MAGA movement is to divide us. Race is not a God invention. It is a demented human invention. The oppressors in the 1600s created race. Before 1620, 1650, there was no such thing as racism. Whiteness did not exist. Whiteness was created as a construct. To
hit the like button, please.
supremacy.
Thank
That's because
you.
the indentured servants, most of whom were white or rich. Baker's rebellion was all of those united poor people being oppressed by the supremacists coming together demanding better treatment and freedom. It was such a vicious war. It lasted over a year. And here's what the elites did. They said we cannot afford to have them united. So they created white and told the poor indentured servants, you are better than the black one. And they gave them a little land and a little money, guns and ammunition, and gave them leadership and authority over the black, and said, you now are like us, white like us, and created what we call now racism. Designed so that the few ruling class could control the masses through division. I want us to understand that the history of this nation is built on racism and white supremacy of a ruling class who always understood that if the people at the bottom, every aim of the MAGA movement is to divide us. Race is not a...
We all know about MAGA, their movement. They are a terroristic group. That's what they truly are. I stand on that. And Donald Trump's goal with MAGA is to divide and conquer and continue to destroy in this country while saying they love this country and stating they are patriots. The devil is a lie.
It doesn't own their own wealth. It's their wealth, but they don't own it. Western companies own the mines in Africa. They extract the minerals. They set the prices. They ensure that the wealth will never benefit the people whose wealth it truly is. I mean, look at Congo today. Congo produces 70% of the world's cobalt. That's the mineral that powers your smartphone, your laptop, your electric car. Without Congolese minerals, there's no Tesla, there's no Apple, there's no Samsung. Yet the people of Congo remain among the poorest people in the world. Why? Because their wealth is not theirs. It's stolen by Western corporations, by Western companies. The system is kept in place through war. The West doesn't want a stable and independent Congo. That's why they fund proxy wars, why they support rebel groups like M23. They use other African governments like Rwanda and Uganda to do their bidding, to keep Congo weak so that the wealth remains available for plunder. Wallahi, this is a grotesque injustice. It's a grotesque injustice that disgraces the whole world. Congo is a bleeding, open, gaping wound on this earth. Understand this, Africa will never be free until Congo is free. No matter how well any individual African country does, the continent as a whole will remain wounded, mortally wounded, so long as Congo is being plundered. Please understand.
I like listening to him because, as y'all know, I show y'all a lot of things that he talks about. Because although he is a clear person, he loves to teach the truth. And the West takes advantage of Africa. But the new president, I can't remember his name, Teru or something like that. I think I got something about him. I'm going to show y'all. He's not laying down and taking it. This man.
We African heads of state must stop behaving like puppets that dance every time the imperialists pull the strings. When we, the people, decide to defend ourselves, we are labeled as malicious.
Right now, the U.S.
That's not the issue
and
here. The problem is seeing African heads
France
of state
want to take advantage of
bring
him.
nothing to these people who are fighting, but who sing the same tune as the imperialists.
He's young, but he's fighting for his country. Free school, free health care.
What human rights are we talking about? We are outraged by this, and it is shameful.
We don't have free health care and free school
like
here.
Puppets that dance every time the imperialists pull the strings. When we, the people, decide to defend ourselves, we are labeled as malicious, but that's not the issue here. The problem is seeing African heads of state who bring nothing to these people who are fighting, but who sing the same tune as the imperialists by labeling us as malicious, thus calling us men who do not respect human rights. What human rights are we talking about? We are outraged by this, and it is shameful. We, African heads of state, must stop behaving like puppets that dance every time the imperialists pull the strings. When we, the people, decide to defend ourselves, we are labeled as malicious, but that's not the issue here.
Sin. Mark Carney, the Liberal leader of Canada, has just won the election
Congrats
in Canada,
to Canada.
sending a major defeat to the far-right Conservative Party led by Pierre Poilievre. And this is not only a major win for Canada, it's a major win for democracy and a major win for the world. But most importantly, for us in the United States, this is a major loss for Donald Trump. He thought the Conservative Party had this one in the bag to help Donald Trump make Canada the 51st state of America, or at least Donald Trump would have a conservative ally in Canada to completely ruin both of our economies. But Mark Carney has united Canada against Donald Trump. Donald Trump ruined the election for the Conservatives. He thought he was trolling Canada. He ended up playing himself. Mark Carney will win this election, and this is honestly a good thing for Canada, America, and the world. As a proud American patriot, I'm happy.
The best comment of the day, Trump was upset that the funeral ceremony was not about him.
Fact.
So was everyone else.
I wish it was about him.
Best comment of the
I
day.
wish it was about him. Melania Trump wish it was about him. She wants to be a widow. She's tired. You see how he got her looking bad? Her face all sagging. She's sitting there looking like Putin with a wig on and a black veil.
Donald Trump lies so much the Chinese government had to hold a conference yesterday to tell the world China never called him. China not even once negotiated with him since he started.
No one is negotiating with the fat boy.
The whole world. And this narcissistic personality disorder jerk just shooting lies everywhere, every day. He's like got a diarrhea in his mouth. Donald Trump lies so much the Chinese government had to hold a conference yesterday.
It is diarrhea. Every time Donald Trump speaks, it's nothing but diarrhea from his mouth.
He tells me Donald Trump lies about how good a golfer he is, too. Trust me. Wait for it.
Oh, shaked it. Oh my God, I got that on video.
Something tells me Donald Trump lies about how good a golfer he is, too. Trust me. Wait for it.
Oh, shaked it.
Oh my God, I got that on video. Something tells me.
But he swears he can play golf. He taking our taxpayers' money and look what he's doing with it. He can't play golf. I don't even know how to play golf, and I will hit better than him.
Memphis, Tennessee. Elon Musk's artificial intelligence company, XAI, opened a massive data center known as Colossus last year. The facility is next to historically Black neighborhoods and runs on 35 methane gas-powered turbine generators, which emit significant amounts of nitrogen oxide and other toxic chemicals.
Elon Musk is polluting the air of Tennesseans. He is continuing and perpetuating environmental racism and environmental degradation in our community. This project is an application for 15 gas turbines, but we know today that they have 35 turbines. And yesterday, a report showed 33 of those in operation, despite the fact that the mayor of Memphis said only 15 of them were being used because that's what XAI had told him. They are liars, they are abusing our community, and they're exploiting us, and it's having horrible ramifications. 17.2 tons of formaldehyde being sprayed into our air because of these gas turbines. Over 130 tons of nitrogen oxide, making them a larger polluter than the Memphis International Airport is happening right now in our community. And elected officials and appointed officials have a responsibility to the people who they were elected and appointed to serve, not to the billionaires and the oligarchs who are misusing and abusing their authority to hurt our community.
In Memphis, Tennessee.
But y'all, I will say they have always done this. For example, Monsanto, what they did to, and most of the people that worked in there were Black, harm the people, even in that neighborhood where they would have the plants, harm the people. This has been going on for years, what they do to Black neighborhoods. He wouldn't put it in a white neighborhood because it would have been pushed out of there. But he feels they're Black, so they don't matter. Destroy their insides, their lungs, destroy them. I guess he said, well, from the syphilis experiment, they will be okay. Just destroy Black people. That's their goal. Then you have your white America.
Well, gosh, Jolly G, I think I got it. Went to a public place, brought a pew-pew, unalived 2 people, injured 6. But because he has the complexion for protection, mental health.
It's always that way. Complexion of protection. Mental health. Nothing is mental about that boy. He wasn't raised right. His skin tells you a lot. But put him beside Camelo, who was defending himself. He's considered a bad guy. This other person is a bad guy. It was never about defending himself. Never was self-defense. Camelo was self-defense. He was being bullied by 2 brothers.
Well, MAGA Christians are not real Christians. You cannot call yourself a Christian and support the oppression of others, especially marginalized communities. Whenever you are supporting the stripping away of rights of vulnerable populations, you are not following Jesus. If you are anti-immigrant, that's anti-Jesus. If you're anti-LGBTQ plus inclusion, that's anti-Jesus. Jesus called us to be loving, accepting, and to always be expanding the table. Furthermore, you cannot be a Christian nationalist and call yourself a Jesus follower. Christianity was fired in the kiln of anti-imperialism. Jesus was speaking out against the evils of empire. Now, all of us participate in some way in empire because we are a part of empire, but we are to call out the evils of empire. We are to stand for those who are being oppressed and marginalized. If we promote empire, that is anti-Christ. So, no, you can't hold MAGA beliefs and call yourself a Christian because it's anti-Christ. No, MAGA Christians are not real Christians. You cannot call yourself...
I've been saying that for the longest. They worship Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not Jesus Christ. I've heard them even say he's their savior. You're not a Christian. No. And it's okay that your IQ is so low that you would put a man before Jesus Christ. You can't get into heaven, buddy, worshiping Donald Trump. You can't. So, Donald Trump want everybody to have things made in America. Well, Donnie, your own ball cap said made in China. Why do you not practice what you preach, Donald Trump? All of your things are made in China. Some are made in Mexico, Indonesia, etc. Phone box in the White House. Why are your things made in China? That man don't care about y'all. He doesn't. Not a single product of Donald Trump's is made in America. He had 10 years to bring his own manufacturing to the United States. Why have you not done it? You're fake. From that fake complexion, from that hair, your fake 224 pounds. Compulsive liar.
So Trump is threatening to shut down polling organizations because they're showing the polling results of what people actually think of him, and they're dropping. There hasn't been a lower approval rate of a president since the last time Trump was president. Polls from ABC, Washington Post, the New York Times all show that his approval rating is under 40%. And people think that he's a bumbling buffoon in every area, including the economy, immigration, inflation, tariffs, and foreign policy. They don't think he knows what he's doing because he doesn't know what he's doing. And just like a fascist dictator would do, he's trying to shut down the organizations that are reporting on what people think. They're just taking polls. They don't control it. This is what people actually think of him because they can see for themselves that inflation is not coming down and grocery prices are not coming down and their 401ks are in the toilet. They can see all that for themselves. And he's a buffoon. So Trump is threatening.
Donald Trump is the biggest buffoon. Queen, he's just not a buffoon. He is one of the biggest buffoons. What? Oh, Dr. Don's, what you said? Alarm, 2 people were chasing after him and one had a GUN. What are y'all talking about? I'm just curious to know. Dr. Don's, King, tell me, what are you talking about? 4-tier dentist, you have the worst president in the world. Yes, we do. King, yes, we do. Yes, you're not lying. That's a fact. Jesse C., you really know what you're talking about? Well, thank you. Thank you, Jesse C. I don't know whether to call you king or queen, so I don't want to disrespect you. But I'm going to say king. I would think Jesse is king. King Allen says, why did he go to the riot? Riding house, yes. Horrible. That tells you a lot about what this country is about. Okay, King Cal says riding house, okay. Kyle says that to protect his dad's business. So you think it's okay what he did? Tuck away those people, harm those people because he want to protect his dad's place? The way you think, honey, you need Jesus, not Donald Trump's Jesus, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ that saves your soul and help in any time of need. That's who you need. King LaSwan says Trump needs to be thrown in prison. Thank you, Jesus. Please let him go to prison. I'm tired of this man, Lord Jesus. Let him go. He got to go. Dr. Dunn's, King Dr. Dunn says, Touching someone does not elevate to lethal self-defense under U.S. law. Hold on, you guys. Just a moment. Just a moment.
Trump's 100-day celebration rally.
Speaker of the House is admitting that they are cutting Medicaid. While he says we're not cutting Medicaid, he explains all the cuts they're going to make. They want to increase the income level. So if you're a family of 3 making less than $27,000 a year, you could be thrown off. There will be stricter work requirements. So if you have a job where your boss cuts your hours because business is bad and it's not any fault of your own, you could be thrown off of Medicaid. They want to change the disability requirements. So those with mental illness, such as PTSD, could be thrown off Medicaid. And they want to increase the frequency and difficulty of the paperwork required to remain on Medicaid. So people who are really old or severely disabled may not be able to complete their paperwork unless they have someone who can help them. And they want to eliminate expansion based on growth of population in certain areas. With all of this said, they are cutting Medicaid. There is no way around it.
But they want to create expansion. And let me tell you something that's so funny about it, because they're offering Caucasian women $5,000 to have a baby. A baby costs way more than that. And don't fall for that, because they're not going to give you $5,000. They talking about tax credit. Don't fall for that. No, don't do it. Please don't do it. They're going to make a fool out of you. I pray y'all don't fall for that. Donald Trump doesn't mean anyone any good, nor does his cabinet. His entire cabinet are crooks. So I'm going to read something to y'all, because I like sometimes cover things that got to do with the news as well. So right now, the diddler, the nasty man that's locked up in New York, Diddy is now claiming that he is the one too high and drunk to consent to or knowingly actually assault anyone. This man been doing this for years. Him and Donnie boy, they close friends. They got the same personality. Diddy and Donnie, the same people. This dude, Diddler, Diddy, is a sick individual. He's not sick where he can't go to prison, no. He's sick because he thinks he can fool people to fall for the crap that he's talking, claiming that he was too high and drunk. You hurt so many people. He's just like Donald Trump. Don't care who he hurts. Diddy has hurt so many people. If he don't shut his mouth with that crazy, somebody in that doggone jail need to, real quick. As soon as he open that mouth, running that mouth with the stupid stuff, bop him in that mouth real quick. For real, Diddy. This man is sick, just like Donald Trump. They just alike, just two different colors. I can't wait till us Americans get out of this mix with Donald Trump. I don't know how long it's going to take, but dear God, we got to get out of this mess with Donald Trump, because this is not feeling good at all. And to know that everybody is falling weak to his BS, Jeff Bezos bit down and took it with no Vaseline. What's next, y'all? Our country is a falling country. Mexico is doing better than us right now. One moment. Hold on, y'all.
Liberals have swept the Canadian elections. Liberals delivered a major victory and a stunning rebuke to conservative policies, both in Canada and in the United States. Mark Carney will remain prime minister. Now, the Liberals did not get to the 172 governing majority that they needed. They fell a bit short of that, but they still won handily across the country. And here's some significant news. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre may and is on track to lose his own seat that he has held for a very long time, which means that not only did his party lose the election, he lost his own election. This is a big rebuke to Donald Trump. This is a big rebuke to conservative policies in Canada. And it's really a stunning fall from grace for Poilievre, who just about 2 months ago was projected to sweep the Canadian elections. Spread the word. I'll do a full breakdown on my Substack, link to my bio, so subscribe for free. Follow along for all the news you need to know about. More to come very soon. Take care.
Subscribe to Aaron Partners. I like him. You can even find him on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Great guy, great commentary. I like him. One moment.
Some of the worst news that you're going to hear today, and that is that our ports are empty, and we are only expecting 2 container ships to be delivered in the next 2 weeks. That means there's nothing coming into this country because China said, hold my beer, after Trump said, we're going to tariff you into oblivion. And if any of you have been around since the 80s, like myself, actually the 70s, but in the 80s, that's when we pushed away factory jobs from America and we sent them overseas because Americans wanted too much money to work. They wanted, fair labor standards and practices and safe workplace. And the Republicans were like, oh, no, you know what? We can exploit workers in China. So they sent everything to China, and China built this amazing fucking industry. They started taking care of the Republican Party destroyed this country, everything, and they embraced science and technology and let us just do our thing. You have to remember, China's been here for 5,000 years. Are they worried about a country that hasn't made it to its 250th birthday? So if you don't have a supply of shit that you use on the regular, you might want to get it today. Like, not tomorrow, today. If you have a moment today to go do some shopping, go get those staples that are coming from China, no more. And with our milk supply being completely shit right now, I would suggest getting evaporated milk, canned milk, powdered milk, and the same thing with eggs. Cheese freezes really well. We are not going to be able to trust our cheese supply. If you're wondering what some of those items might be, I'll show you. This is the Navy SEALs bugging guide. And right here, you can see that it gives you everything that you are going to need and not need. Because there's a lot of stuff we don't need that really doesn't need to take up that space. And here's more items that you need to stockpile. You know what they say? Hang in there. It gets worse. And I can't flip the camera. I tried a couple times. It's not working. Anyways, I will link them both right there. And
she's not lying, y'all. I went to 2 different stores today, and the shelves are rather empty. And then I went to a 3rd store. It was okay. So I did my shopping in there. So she's not lying. Do your research.
Jack Smith has new photo evidence of Donald Trump's crimes that he's going to use to prove Donald Trump's guilt in the classified documents case. According to the latest court filing from the Justice Department, 2 images of classified documents were found on the phone of Walt Nauta, the indicted valet driver for Donald Trump. And Jack Smith and his team of prosecutors are going to use a phone expert to prove that these images were shared from Walt Nauda's phone via text message to other recipients. And if they can prove that Walt Nauda, Donald Trump's valet driver, sent photos of classified materials, that will convince a jury that Donald Trump mishandled classified documents, which is the textbook definition of espionage, one of the crimes that Donald Trump was charged with. There is no justification for Donald Trump's valet driver to have photos of classified government documents on his phone, let alone sending them out to other people without security clearance. So the fact that the Justice Department is revealing that they have this evidence in the latest court filing tells me that they have Donald Trump right where they want him and are on track to secure that conviction.
Get him, Letitia James. Get him. If y'all recall Letitia James, I'm going to show you what she said. She's going to bring Trump down. She's not giving up. And I don't want her to give up. I pray to God I didn't delete that. Please, Heavenly Father, tell me I did not delete that. Where is that video? Letitia James. Come on, God. Show me I still got that video. I gotta find it. I told myself to not delete that. Bear with me, y'all. Where is that video of her? Here it is.
I'm prepared. I'm ready. I've been trained by the best. I went to Howard University. That overturned legal segregation in this country. I've been taught in those classrooms where Thurgood Marshall once taught. I'm not afraid of no president. Donald Trump, we're ready for you. We're coming for you. We're standing up for you. We're fighting on. We're not going down silent. Victory, my friends, is clear. It's now. And I'm not waiting 4 years. I'm waiting 2 until a speaker by the name of Hakeem Jeffries comes to bring us some rest. Come on, ladies. It's up to us. We saved this democracy before. We'll save it now. Let's go.
She ready and we ready. I'm ready. If y'all ain't ready, you better get ready. Because we got to take our country back. We got to take our country back from the demon in the Oval Office. We got to take our country back from MAGA Republicans. We got to take our country back from the MAGA Republican congressmen. Those rich billionaires that he has given positions, they have no experience in it, nor the education to be in that position. We got to take our country back. Yes, we do.
For every Black Republican, I really want y'all to take a long look in the mirror and ask, do you love the color of your skin? Because y'all allowed this man in office.
Hit the like button, please.
Something that our ancestors fought for, got beat for, got dogs on them, got sprayed with water hoses, got hung for. They fought for these rights for us, and y'all squandered them away for money. Y'all squandered them away just to be closer to white people. What a disgrace y'all are to our community. My mom wasn't even born when this shit came through. My mom wasn't even born. And you mean to tell me y'all let this man take this from us? Something our ancestors fought for? Y'all really let that shit happen? If you are Black and you voted for this man, go play in traffic. Because this shit right here, this should have never happened. Everybody is about to suffer for this. Everybody. Everybody. Race, color, religion, national origin. This man is making America white again before Jim Crow. And we told y'all that. We told y'all he is trying to take us back to Jim Crow. And y'all sat there and y'all said, I don't want DEI. I don't want an advantage. DEI is not a fucking advantage. It's just to put us in the room because we're just as qualified as any other white man. And y'all let
preach, girl, preach. All right now.
Seriously, I'm going to keep saying this until I die. American culture is Black American culture. It just gets filtered out and watered down and whitewashed until they can give credit to a white guy. Jazz, country, rock and roll, rap, all Black American creation. And then you want to move to the protest side. Bro, not only did Black Lives Matter spark actual other things like Asian Lives Matter and Queer Lives Matter and Trans Lives Matter, but on the flip side, when racist assholes were trying to say, well, Blue Lives Matter, through humanity, what happened is it translated into less of a sarcastic thing and more into a genuine, like, support your nurses and firefighters and EMTs. So even the people who might be the most discriminatory, they got to think of Black American for their own fucking views.
Give Black people their credit. Come on. That's all she's saying. That's all the brown queen is saying. Give Black people the credit. Give us our credit. If you're going to borrow our culture, borrow our Black pings from our Black men, give us our credit. Please do. So I can see this vision right here. I want to show y'all this. Look at this. Do y'all see this? If Kamala doesn't come back and run in 2028, I see this vision. I see President Barack Obama running again, and the AOC is his running mate. Because sweet Barney Sanders is too old, and I love him, but he's too old to run. So we need to get this man back in office, because that's the only person that will beat the old rusty orange man. We need to get President Barack Obama back in office and his running mate for vice president, the AOC. We got a winning team right there, y'all. That's our winning team. Because we got to get the orange man out of there. I don't care what his people say. Let me tell you how bad it don't got, y'all. It is so bad that while at the funeral, Melania Trump was in there with her eyes closed praying that Donald Trump would pass. She wished that it was not the Pope, but Donnie in that casket. She was sitting up there praying, Lord, why you didn't take Donnie? You know I'm miserable with this man. And y'all love to call Joe Sleepy Joe, but look at him. Who sleep at the memorial, at the funeral for the Pope? Look at Fat Boy. He was asleep at the funeral for the Pope. And Melania skipped her Botox, y'all. Why, Donnie, why you ain't let Melania get Botox before she came out the house? Look at her. She looked bad. Too much tan. Look like she borrowed Donnie's orange makeup, too. I'm going to take y'all out with this one. Hold on.
Black is the original color of man.
That's me sitting on the other side.
Is to honor that. And though the truth is attacked, the further you go back, the answer is still black. Colorado is Spanish for red, and Nevada for snowing. Our native names like Texas, Kansas, Wyoming. Tennessee is rooted in Creek and Cherokee. Real American history is worth knowing.
Y'all see how long my hair was before I cut it in layers?
As American as apple pie. It's actually the apple of its eye. Kentucky is a word in Iroquois, which means land of tomorrow, and tomorrow has arrived. Our history lives in the languages. 250 years before English was spoken here, lips were split for speaking First Nation dialects, colonized by one and enslaved by the other, stripped of the words for love of another. Our generation is made from both the enslaver and the enslaved. So within our own blood, peace must be made. The American ideology is to work toward unity. After all, united is what these states are called. The disgrace is that racism is just another word for hatred. The agenda is to oppress those with melanated faces, and love is the only cure for it to be replaced with. Embracing every life living is how humanity will awaken.
We're going to leave it on that. That's what we're going to leave it on. But let's see how this tariff war is going to go. Because Jeff Bezos, if you don't go back up there to Dunn and get your balls, your company is going to fail. Look at Elon. All his businesses are failing right now because he attached himself to Donald Trump. Bezos, go get your balls. Don't let him do an Elon Musk on you. Don't. I hope y'all enjoyed the show today. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock. And if I can't come on at 5, I will let you guys know. I love you, and may God continue to bless you. Bye.